This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dan McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first two guests today are both from Alpena Salvation Army. I have Major Kevin and Amy Cedarval. Good morning and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Good to have both of you here. Now, last time you were here, sign-ups were just starting. You weren't certain what to expect, but like in normal years, you were expecting quite a few people. How did sign-ups go?
It went pretty well. We had a fairly brisk time. We're a little bit down from last year, but we're still kind of hoping to pick up some of those people that we missed. It went probably the smoothest it's gone for us,
I think
which
so,
we're
yeah.
very pleased with.
And why would you think numbers are down, Kevin? Transportation, people not knowing about it, maybe things like that, or?
I kind of think it's the weather. It
Okay.
seems people haven't really got on that it's getting closer to Christmas, so it's kind of one of those early feels, I guess.
So, Amy, people who miss that sign-up, what do they do?
If they call the office, 358-2769, then the office staff can let them know what's going to happen. We have a couple days that we've set aside for some volunteers that can handle any late sign-ups that missed it for whatever reason.
Now, it's hard to believe, but I know we're going to be seeing those red kettles out there in a week or so. So where are locations of kettles, and how can people out there help out?
We're going to have them at all the same locations as we had last year.
Okay.
We have them at Walmart, at Neiman's, at Kmart until December 11th.
Okay.
We're going to have out at Purchase, and we're just going to try to cover the town as best we can.
The mall.
The mall, yep.
At the mall, yes. And then if people, have a check they want to drop off, they can bring it to your store, they can take it out to your offices on North 2nd Avenue, or I guess we just really want people to know that if you can only give $2, that's a wonderful donation. If everyone in town gave $2, we'd hit our goal and then some.
Yeah, even not $2, even just when you empty your pocket change, it's amazing. We've had somebody call us already that was asking when we were going to start bringing the kettles out, and so we kind of asked, it was just amusing the way he was asking. We're like, can we ask why? And he said he's been saving his change throughout the year, and so he wants to know when to start loading his pockets up, because he would put those in the kettle. And we'll tell you, from counting kettles, when you have, it seems like nothing, your pennies or whatever, it adds up fast.
Oh, it does.
We often have, even $67 worth of change in a kettle. So, what might seem like nothing really does add up and makes a difference for us.
Okay, now Kevin, you use this money to do some wonderful things in our community. What are some of the things that you do with that money?
Well, one of our biggest programs is our utilities assistance. We use the money that we collect throughout the year to help us with staffing that, which it's a very labor-intensive program.
Yes.
It's a state-funded program, so there's all kinds of regulations. We have to make sure every line is perfect and there's no confusion. So that's a big one. One of our favorite things is our food pantry.
Yes.
We've gone to a little bit of a different situation with our food pantry. The person who comes in, once they qualify, they actually get to select the food they want, which has just been great. And we've been really lucky to actually increase the amount of people we're seeing and how often they can come because of just the great outpouring of food that we've gotten from the community.
Perfect.
Which has been very excited.
Well, and one of the things that was the most interesting thing for us is because we were looking at it, and while we increased the availability of it, we have seen the last 2 months, it's almost all people that have not been to the pantry before. It's almost all new people. So, we're really excited to see that. Just, it's one of those you have to be careful. We're not excited that people need it,
Right.
but we're excited to see people who maybe were in need, who weren't utilizing it before, or the fact that we aren't seeing some of the same people, maybe they're kind of getting back on their feet. So it's kind of exciting when we see new faces rather than some of the same old.
Right, and you're giving them a hand up, not a handout, too,
Yeah.
when they come in, and the fact that they can actually go in and pick out the items that their family would use, that's just another way to give them a hand up instead of just taking stuff that they know they're not going to use just to take it.
And that's one of our other programs. It's called the Pathway of Hope. It's to look at those people that have been chronically in need or even generationally in need, and to see what's behind the reasoning for that and to help them with those type of adjustments. And it's been wonderful to see some of those success stories that we've had with that program, because people just need somebody from the outside to look and say, well, if you make this small change, it can totally change the way things are going for you. We actually had a lady locally that she had a lot of her belongings in storage units, and she couldn't afford
a lot of money.
She couldn't afford rent, and we kind of said, if you stop the great cost you're having of these storage units, the $40-50 you're short every month would free itself up. So why don't you go through these things, decide what you need, and get rid of the rest? And she had never thought of that. You know, it was just over the years she'd had them and she just kind of filled them, and it was kind of one of those moments of, oh wow, I've never thought of it that way. And that's kind of what we're excited to see, some of those changes we can help people make.
Now, Amy, you have your big holiday giveaway too, where people come in and get to pick out stuff. When will that be and how does that work?
December 20th is when everybody can come through. So we'll be setting up, we're doing food December 15th. Yes, December 15th. We'll be doing the big food sorting and packing for the boxes that we're giving out. And then after that's all done, we'll start setting up the toy shop.
Yes.
And so people can come in and pick the toys that they want to have for their children, because again, it kind of gives a little bit more dignity, a little bit more excitement for the parents, rather than coming in and just being handed a trash bag full of whatever. They can actually go through and say, oh, my daughter would love this, or my son would love that, or something along those lines. So we're really excited about that. We started it last year on a smaller scale, and this year we're going to go pretty much full out that way. And also for the people who really want to shop for that specific child, because we know there's those people that just really want that connection. Those people can just call the office, and whatever their budget is, whether it be they want to shop for one child or 5 children, we'll have a family that they can shop for. And that's the other thing, is when we have them adapted out by piecemeal, I guess, you can get one child who somebody is very fortunate and very excited, and maybe they spent $200 on that child, which is amazing. But then somebody else picked another child in that same family and did $50, which is still great, and that's very generous. But then now it's on the parent to try to figure out how to make that balance or whatever. So by doing it, if you want to adopt a specific child or children, you can call. We'll do it from the same family, and that way they're all even. Or if you just want to shop for toys, we will add them to our toy town, and parents get that opportunity to shop for them.
And we're just about out of time, but there's so many more ways people can help. They can be a bell ringer, they can drop off money, they can drop off food, they can drop off donations, they can come and be volunteers to help do the distribution of items. So what's the best way to reach you, Amy?
Call the office. It's 358-2769, and Suzanne will probably answer, and she can give you the answers.
And she does have all the answers.
She seems to.
Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
I'll be right back with Tracy Nevetsky from Alpena Senior Center following these messages. Hi, welcome back. As promised, I'm with Tracy Nevetsky from Alpena Senior Center. Good morning, Tracy.
Hi, Nancy. It's nice to be here.
Nice to have you here. And the first thing we want to jump right into is Medicare Part D.
Yes, their drug plan.
And there's now open enrollment, but it's going to be ending soon.
Yes, open enrollment was November 15th and runs through December 7th. So if you have not already had your Medicare Part D prescription plan, open enrollment, and done that, we ask you to call and make an appointment at the Senior Center. We can get you in, 356-3585. And the other thing I've noticed and we see is some individuals like, oh, my plan is good, I'm set. Maybe they did their plan a year ago, 2 years ago, and they feel that they're happy with their plan. What I've seen is individuals, when they come in with a spouse, oh, we just came in for her plan or his plan, mine's good, I'll get a really good rate. And they're like, well, let's just run your prescriptions and just check. And how many of them are amazed that gave them some additional savings and were able to actually bring those down, because just like any other insurance, things change from year to year. So we still want to make sure that you come in and just let them run your prescriptions through and just revisit it. Just look at it and just see, because you may be amazed that we may give you some additional savings, or maybe you will find out that the plan you're on maybe something changed and it went up, and you didn't notice that maybe it was going to go up. Starting the new year, you had a new drug added in. So it's always still good to every year just check into it and give a call. And even if it's calling and they just over the phone maybe are able to just check.
And you know, like you said, things are always changing. It's amazing how much can change, and trying to reverse that system by yourself, not knowing. And Kitty is an expert. She has all the answers.
Yes. We have Kitty and 4 additional volunteers right now, MAP counselors, and so they are seeing a great number of people. I think right now they're at like 600 people that they've seen so far.
And you've been doing a few events, and it looks like they've been very well attended.
Yes. Something else that we're seeing a lot in our community is individuals been affected with the Blue Cross Blue Shield Legacy Plan and got those letters and notices in the mail that their plan, their legacy plan, their supplement insurance plan is doubling, and in some cases 100%, 200%. So if you have not, and we've been doing for the last couple of months classes and explaining that to them and showing them maybe what some of their options are, and showing them and teaching them how to shop for that supplement insurance. If you have not come to one of our classes, or we had the vendor fair where we had 13 different insurance vendors, and that was really well attended, because we're seeing people coming to their open enrollment for their Part D Medicare, and they're having issues with their supplement plan. So we did another class last week at Spare of the Moment, told these individuals, and we thought maybe we have a dozen. We had another 50 people.
I know, I saw that in the paper.
So we are continuing to do those as needed. So if you see increases with your supplement plan, you have some concerns, call the senior center. We'll put you on the list, and we'll be continuing to hold classes.
Okay. So other than that, what else is going on at the senior center?
Oh, we always have stuff going on at the senior center. Our new chef, Reed Krebs, has been starting to make some changes with the menu, and we have and he participated in the downtown Alpena chowder.
I saw that.
Yeah, took third. And he's creating some great soups and some new items in the kitchen. We're also working with local and some like markets and stuff, and bringing in fresh produce and doing due diligence and using fresh and cooking it down or putting it in the freezer. And so we have local fresh produce that we can then use throughout the year instead of canned goods.
That's wonderful. And if anybody doesn't get your newsletter, the newsletter lists your menu. When you read that menu, it's like, wow, wow, wow. And I have noticed the change. And, the meals are really healthy, too.
Yes. And
it's a good guide for someone to use to plan your own meals.
In this last newsletter, Kitty wrote a whole article on the soups. Yes, because the soups, I have to admit, I am a soup and salad person. I love our soup and salad, and I enjoy the soups, too. The last one was a roasted cauliflower soup that I had earlier this week, and it was really good. So
I know, and a lot of different kinds. And we want to let people know that you don't have to be a senior in order to go there and eat.
Right. Yep. For our seniors 60 and over, it's a suggested donation of $3.50 to eat at the senior center. Okay. If you are under 60, it's a $7 charge.
And it's a wonderful meal for $7, home cooked, plus the congregate meals, and meet with all the people there, and the noise and the joyful laughter that you hear from out on the sidewalk when you're walking by. And
we have some nice events. We do a Picking for People dinner and concert every month. We have a euchre tournament every month, and then also a card party. So. And you have all kinds of exercise programs and bingo. Yep, Wednesday's bingo day, about 12:45. They start playing bingo on Wednesdays, and exercise pretty much every day at like 9:30. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are the big exercise classes, and then there's a smaller group on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You know, if you're a senior out there and you're alone, you're a little nervous about going there for the first time, give someone a call, and they'll have an ambassador meet you at the door and walk you through. I know I went there for lunch one time with a coworker, and we were going to sit at our own table. Oh, no. Come on over here, girls, sit with us. And we just ended up laughing and talking, having the best time. I very much enjoy also eating out with the congregate and sitting with the seniors and having my lunch when I can. Sometimes I can't always do that with work, but I very much enjoy it, and I just like talking with them and meeting with them on a daily basis.
And there's always drawings, different kinds of drawings, raffles, and the rod and knives that you have.
Yes, we have the rod and knives that we sell, and with the holidays, that's a great gift idea too.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, and they have some nice packages that they offer. And then we always do a basket of the month, and we think the community helps us put those baskets together. We have different, each month we have a...
What is November's, do you remember?
It is a cooler donated by our BJ Sander.
Okay.
And it's a full of men's items, so it's got a nice...
A hunting kind of thing.
Yeah, it's got a men's wallet, there's woolen socks, a nice deer throw.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So if someone's interested in any of these programs, let alone Meals on Wheels, and the
in-home care,
in-home care that you give, what's the best way for someone to contact
you
the
can
center?
contact us at 356-3585.
Or just stop in.
Oh,
Everybody's
stop in.
so warm and friendly there, and it's just
Stop
an
in,
easy
and
place.
we can help you. Stop in at the front desk. Also, our loan closet.
Yes.
Is a big thing that we're able to supply for the community.
If you need durable medical goods, stop in and see what they got.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster. I'm president of Alpena Community College, and I'm pleased to have as our guest this morning Eric Vanderveer, who's IT director for the County of Alpena, but also president of the Northeast Michigan Fiber Consortium. Welcome, Eric.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, our pleasure. So there was a really neat event Thursday night last week at NOAA, honoring 10 years of the Fiber Consortium's existence. Could you share a little detail about that?
Yeah, the Fiber Consortium started back 10 years ago in September 2006. NOAA was trying to find a way to get live feed of a diver underwater, and they were trying to get ways to get it over there. And they talked to the college, and I know the college was like, this is a great idea to have. Let's really look into this. And they worked with Merit. They found a company called Merit that does the internet. And from there, Merit was able to get the fiber into NOAA, help out, and then able to show this. Now, since it happened, the college said, hey, this is great. Let's talk with the rest of the county, the other organizations, nonprofits, and say, hey, can we benefit off this? So they got with the county of Alpena, city of Alpena, and I'm trying to think some other ones that started, I believe the hospital also as well.
Correct.
Got together and they formed the consortium. And this would allow them to use this fiber in ways that would benefit them. Either with the college can use it for educational purposes. The county, we use it for connecting to the state. Works out great for us. We also work with the city. We also contract to the city. We do their IT work, and we share our network fiber together as well. So it's helped out quite a bit. And from then, since 2006, we've grown. We have about 9 counties altogether now that are part of the consortium, and over 20 organizations.
And it's really become a model around the state, as I understand it, from Merit, Elwood at Merit, and others in your group, and the state see it as a model of collaboration for it's kind of a public-private economic development resource.
Yes.
So what is the significance of fiber for those who are kind of on the periphery of the internet and that sort of thing?
Well, fiber is the way. It's a way to transfer data through, and the fiber can get very good speeds compared to what home use can have. And with Merit, when we're connected to Merit, the fiber that we have inside the Merit network, we can reach speeds of 1 gigs, which allows us to transfer, and we can do backups from different locations. We can stream video, really good video through this as well. So that's mainly what fiber is. In fact, a lot of ISPs, that's what they use as well, that you have at home. They have to rely on this fiber. It's a way to transmit big data.
Mm-hmm. Quickly.
Yes.
So at the college, for instance, our phones run through fiber, I believe. And so...
You also have a connection to your Oscoda.
Yes, we do.
Which helps out tremendously, I'm sure, for you guys.
It does. You know, 10 years ago, I recall that I was involved with Mark Grunder and Vicki Kropp at the college, and Jeff Gray at the Marine Sanctuary. And you're absolutely right. The premise was that Dr. Robert Ballard, who is the discoverer of the Titanic, was going to attend the opening of that building. And he wanted to demonstrate something that he called telepresence, which was a live feed from somewhere, in this case it was the Monterey Bay Sanctuary. And it was great work by Mark and Vicki and to get, and Merritt, to get fiber into that building to allow that event to happen.
I remember Jeff was saying at the event, he had said that when it was showing and people were in the room there, it didn't affect them right away until someone asked a question to the diver and he responded back, and then everyone's like, wow.
Yes.
So it was a great achievement to have that happen.
It was. It's kind of many folks use Skype now, and it seems fairly commonplace, but 10 years ago, that sort of technology was eye-popping. And so where do you see the future? What's next for the next 10 years of the Fiber Consortium? Where's the growth and the opportunity?
Well, since we've grown, we were able to start getting more funds money into the consortium, and we found ways to utilize that money by giving out matching grants. Merit matches, we do up to $2,000. Of course, Merit matches the other $2,000 for any new member that's looking to connected to Merit and wants to join the consortium. They can have up to $4,000 to help with their fiber build. And that's one way to start expanding and growing the consortium.
So that last mile from where a main conduit is into a business, that's where that money could come in handy.
Yep.
And a very important piece. So we've got about a minute left, Eric. Could you reflect on, of course I'm from the college, could you reflect on the role that Mark and Grunder and Vicki Kropp have had in the consortium and its evolution, and your thoughts about their work in that regard?
Both of them were very, at the beginning, were very big into getting this started. I mean, they were the beginning of this. They were the backbone. And Vicki and Mark have, from then, just, kept on going and kept growing. In fact, Vicki is one that we all go to when we have questions, and she's got the answers. She's the glue to this. So, and one thing that I'd like to say is that we awarded her for her excellence in being part of the consortium and starting it from the beginning and growing to what it is right now. I'm a greenie in this. I've been in the county for 3 years and just recently became president. So finding out what Vicki and Mark have done is just amazing.
Yes. Well, welcome, and we're glad to have you in that spot. It was a very classy touch to recognize Vicki. I think it meant a lot to her. And I want to thank you for what you're doing for the community, and thank you for being my guest, and thank you folks for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your hosts, Nancy Smitham and Don McMaster. For a list of events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on the community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.
The Talk of the Town furniture and set design are provided by Young Appliance Art Van Furniture on US 23 South in Alpena.